Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Hold the Ball. Hope you guys are well. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new, definitely to like, share, subscribe. There will be no intro here. This video here, I suppose, is actually more so for the folk here in South Australia, in Adelaide, right? What's happening in the next few days is actually a big thing for rugby league in South Australia. Not only because it's state of origin, but I think behind it as well, obviously with all this talk about expansion and possible expansion, the reason why this is so important is because it actually allows Adelaide to hopefully throw themselves on the map. Now, if you're watching this very skeptical, for example, you're a footy fan, right? I would actually encourage or implore you to actually think differently. Rugby league coming to South Australia, NRL hopefully coming to South Australia, doesn't mean to do away with footy. It doesn't mean to come, it's not coming here to try and kill the Crows or Power. It's actually here to be part of the SA sporting family, much like the South Australian Redbacks in the cricket, the Adelaide United in the football, right? And obviously the likes of other teams too, right? Whether it be the Adelaide 36ers in the basketball or your netball teams or ice hockey teams, right? It's just very apparent to me that South Australia, for all its sporting history and rich history at that, the fact that the Adelaide Rams have only, I suppose, shared a very minute history in that, for me is probably something that doesn't sit well. And I suppose, again, it's about trying to challenge you, the South Australian who's watching. Think of it like this, right? Think of it like this. It's about having multiple options. Now, say, for example, you're a staunch Crows fan, a staunch Port fan. Well, guess what? You now have the opportunity to actually follow a rugby league team. And guess what? Let's say, for example, you're unsure. It gives you an opportunity to actually learn about it, right? That's how to go about it. Also, another reason why it's important. I think it's important because it gives people options. It gives people options. It's just a different way of looking at things. South Australia, a lot of people say, no, there's no point. It's a footy state, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. But in saying that, though, what about the AFL? They've got two teams in New South Wales, and they've got two teams in Queensland. Mind you, both those states there are going to be playing in 2 days over here in South Australia, right? Yet they've got two AFL teams. So why can't Adelaide have one? And it's not to say that, you have one team and there's going to be 50,000+ people turning up like they do to Crows and Port games. No, not at all. It's about just trying to find a fan base and working with that. It might mean working alongside the different teams I've mentioned. Trying to promote together. It's not about trying to fight their way through. It's about just trying to, in a way, introduce themselves in a friendly way. They're not here to take over. They just want to be part of the family. If you're curious as well, being a person who's wondering what's going on, let me hopefully change your mind. I think another reason why it's important is because not only opportunity, not only, all that stuff, potential, I suppose, team and all that stuff there, but a bit of identity too in regards to rugby league, right? NRL pride itself on being national. Or so they say they're national, but you can't be really national. You can't really be national when you don't have a team from either Adelaide or Perth, and this as well goes for Perth too, right? It doesn't work that way, in my opinion. So, in saying that, in order to make National Rugby League truly National Rugby League, it's actually really important to look at the states like South Australia, like WA, who can contribute. South Australia too is actually geographically in the centre of everything, so it actually won't take it long, right? It's about a 2.5 hour fly over to Brizzy, right? An hour fly over to Victoria, and just quickly as well, imagine the rivalry, right? Of, say, for example, the Adelaide Rams, quote unquote Rams, versus the Melbourne Storm, South Australia versus Victoria. Not only now on the footy field, on the footy oval, but now on the rugby league field. Those are the sort of things that draw people, right? That sense of a team, and maybe footy's not for you. Hey, rugby league might be, right? But in other words, it's just important, and I implore, and I would actually even talk to the stakeholders, to the government in South Australia to actually genuinely look at this. But yeah, I suppose it's nothing too long. It's something short and sweet. Again, thanks to the SANRL for all they do and what they continue to do in regards to promoting the game. Thanks to the NRL, thanks to ARL as well. But in saying that, there's all this talk about 18th team here and there and a lot of naysayers, but ultimately, if you really want to make it national, bring it back to South Australia. We will rerun this and we'll make this better, right, in my opinion. And before I go as well, just quickly, bring back the Rams. See you guys next time. Hold the ball.